Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the Goes to 11 Vise Squad, brought to you by Sea Run Fly and Tackle. This week we're going to tie a little bunny leech, egg sucking bunny leech if you will, pattern. Good for them trout, good for some salmon. Pretty easy little pattern. So in the vise we're going to put, this is going to be a 1/0 Mustad up eye salmon hook. I'm going to use some 6/0 Black Uni Thread. I'm going to start that just behind the eye. And we'll wind it back a little ways, get rid of the tag end. And I'm going to come up, just back up about an eye width behind the eye, and we're going to add this little dumbbell eye. These are painted lead eye. You could also use, I suppose, a tungsten eye with different colors on the sides. Up to you, I guess, really. Tungsten get you down a little quicker. These I think will do the job as well. So we're just going to do some figure 8 wraps over top of that to hold that in there nice and secure, so it doesn't twist around the hook on you. Like that. Then we're going to wind back down to the bend, leaving a real nice thread base there for later. Because this is got rabbit strips in it, oh shoot. Sorry, I always love it when my thread breaks and I forget my threader. Anyway, we'll continue to the back of the hook. Maybe just ahead of where the barb is. And as with all bunny leeches or anything with a rabbit strip tail, I like to use the mono trick, so we'll use some 20 or 30 pound mono. I believe this is 30.
A few moments later.
And we'll just tie that in up the side of the hook. Oh. Alright, well, when thread breaks, it breaks in bunches, it seems. So anyway, I'll just have that mono tied in quite nicely there. And for the tail on this stuff, we're going to use this new product. It just came out a little while ago. It's a Magnum Bling rabbit strip. This is white rabbit with hollow silver accent on the back, so this stuff is really shiny and blingy on the back. It's pretty cool. Probably get a ton of flash in the water. And as always, I like to cut a little V at the tail and at the front, because this is a Magnum strip. It's a little wide, so I'll just cut it back a little bit here, just so it doesn't bunch up on the hook so bad. So we'll wrap that in there on the top side of the hook. Put some nice solid securing wraps there. I'll leave the thread there for now. Next we'll take our bodkin and we'll go, I don't know, maybe just a little, maybe a third of the way back on this guy, and we'll punch a hole right through the back side of that, right in the middle. Like so. Take that mono and we'll feed it through the hole. Like that. Now we'll bend it back towards the front. I find if you pinch it a bit, it helps it kind of lay more flat later. Tie that mono down to the hook. Put a few wraps in first, just so it's still loose enough that you can kind of manipulate it. Like that. There. And we'll lash that down really well. Okay, so the next bit we're going to tie in, we're going to use some olive colored crosscut rabbit. And with this, I've trimmed off a bit of the front of the strip here, just so you don't not tying hair in, you're just tying the hide in. And when you lay it, it should kind of lay towards on your side and lay towards you, and it'll kind of want to be forward. That'll help. If you tie it that way, it'll wrap better. So let me tie that guy in like so. And we'll wind that thread all the way up to the front, just behind the dumbbell eye. And we'll get a bit of our, this is some gel glue by LePage. This likes to, when you put it on there, it'll stay there. You don't need much, just a little bit. That'll help keep that rabbit strip in place. So then you're gonna just start wrapping it. And you always want the hair pointing backwards. And try not to overlap the strip previous. Just touching wraps all the way forward. And I'm going to leave it just kind of behind the eye. More or less right about there. And try not to trap too much when we tie that in. And a couple good securing wraps there. And reach in with our scissors and cut that out. Like that. And we'll lash that down really well. Now for the egg sucking part of this fly, we're going to use, it's STS Trilobal dub. I don't know how you pronounce that, but this is fluorescent shell pink, like that. So we're going to take a pinch of that and we're going to dub it on our thread. Make a big long dubbing needle out of it. And then we're going to start wrapping that. Put a couple behind the eye, and then we'll kind of figure eight around that dumbbell like that. And you can build them up as big as you want if you want them smaller profile or bigger. I'm going to add just a little more on this guy. And then we'll end behind the eye. Add a little whip finish on there. And that's that. Pretty quick and easy little egg sucking leech. Now every week we do the little giveaway. So this week, if you want to answer below, first one to answer below, we'll win a few of these. This week's question will pertain to last week's video. There was a mistake that we made sort of on purpose, maybe not quite on purpose, but we made a mistake. If you can find the mistake in last week's video, you'll win yourself a few of these flies. If you enjoyed the segment today, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell beside it. You won't miss any of our upcoming segments. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to let us know below, and we'll do our best to answer them. Yeah, well, until next week, everyone. Tight lines. Thanks so much for watching.